Today I will show you how to make insanely overpowered build in Elden Ring, and it will be God's cosplay. Just take a look. Oh my god! Oh, what a poor Margit. And I will show you full road that takes roughly about 40 minutes to upgrade your weapon almost to maximum to get insanely high level and all gear we need to have fun and enjoy Elden Ring. We start as hero class. If you're a beginner, I recommend taking Golden Seed just to get more bottle charges. And yeah, we're definitely making guts today. Tutorial level is basic and straightforward. You can complete it however you like, and I will be Spot the king of transitions. Then we're going for basic Elden Ring, just go forward and touch first Sight of Grace. Definitely don't try to fight him, but probably you will want to fight a big guy on a horse. Not a good idea, however, especially if you're a beginner. And this road will require no fighting at all before you will become really powerful. Actually, in Limgrave you will see a church right in front of you. That's the first point of interest we want to get to. Touch Sight of Grace over here, get Smithing Stone from the table, and check the map. Yeah, there is no map in Elden Ring. We need to fix it by going over here, near the crossroads. And that's basic game start. Just follow your road north. Eventually you will see ruins on the right side and Sight of Grace in front of us near the big gates. We want to touch the Sight of Grace and also rest over here. It will trigger a cutscene and also we will get mount, as well as ability to use runes to level up our character. Now we can use map to teleport back to our first church, and we want to do it at night. We will be met by Rani, she is a witch, and she got a really nice questline as well. A surprise for us, bell that will call spirit ashes. Technically we can start our road, but here is a little optional step. We can turn back from this church and run towards the place where we begin the game. Basically we are running south. There will be a bunch of stones where we can drop down safely, because there will be a spring step jump over here. You can descend and be completely safe. Take golden full foot from drowned man and then carefully jump backwards. Basically by doing these jumps we can be in a safe place and can use teleport to Limgrave again. You can actually clear down enemies over here, but it will be just a waste of time. So again, I promised you we will do first part of this video without fighting ever, and I'm hoping on my steed, basically my mount, opening this chest and getting flail. That's the first thing I want to have. Then I getting back to the ruins and basically going into this exact spot, dropping down from my horse or jumping on my horse and getting inside, opening door and getting wet blade stone from this chest. It will be used to change Ashes of War on our weapon, basically skill of our weapons, and it's really useful. Then I'm getting out of this cave, basically this dungeon, and getting map from this big obelisk. We will get all the maps we need also on this run, so don't worry, you will be able to navigate yourself in Elden Ring. And now look, we are in danger, lots of enemies coming for me, but there will be no danger if I just rest at Sight of Grace, it will completely reset everyone. And now when we finally get a map, let's start. From this camp I will jump on my horse and go backwards. We need to be a little bit cautious over here, because there will be a bunch of guys who are shooting at us, and we can actually pick up all items just by like running forward and picking up them from the floor. So I got full map that I'm going right now, basically as a full road. In my Discord you can join, you can see it in like 4K or something like this. But here is the first thing that we need to pick up. It's the golden seed. Yeah, golden seed is super important stuff, because it will give us more bottle charges, therefore we will refresh more health versus bosses. And here is the Sight of Grace that I will touch to refresh me from these wolves. And yeah, we saved. So from here I definitely want to go and touch this bro on top, because there will be a key. Yeah, stone sword key. We can talk with the lady, that's basically nice new pose for us. But let's hop on the horse. If you want to make like life easier, you can place markers. For example, one marker will be over here, the next one is around this place, then we're going down and moving towards the bridge. After the bridge, another golden seed somewhere over here, and then Sight of Grace will be over here. That's our next 5 locations. I will speed up footage if I'm silent, but not too fast, you will still be able to follow along. That's our first place. We take smithing stone number 1, which will be used to upgrade materials. Upgrade weapons, of course, not materials. It's material to upgrade weapons. Then we will cover and encounter this graveyard. So graveyards are pretty fine, but you don't need to stop on all of them. Actually, there's really no need. We will encounter great rune farming spot later anyway. But now we need to find a way to drop down. We need to be a little bit careful since it's not night rain. And this is giant fields, and the statue, as you can see, it lighted up. So we need to lure this troll to the statue. He will break the statue, and I need a material from statue itself. We don't need this troll. Let me take material, please. Come on. Yeah, smithing stone number 1, number 2, and now we are running towards checkpoint number 3. It will be over there, but again, we need some like safe place to jump down. There should be some like, yeah, there it is. It's a jumping spot, so we can safely land over here. We can even use the jumping spot and go for next location, basically towards the bridge, as I told you. Near the bridge, there's a Mr. Buck with Ash of War, but we don't need him for our build. Just in case you're trying to get all of the Ash of War, you can take him, but most importantly, there's a guy who's sitting near the bridge. This exact guy. We need to come close and pick smithing stone number 1 again. Then, just in case you want to, you can actually go to the right side and get somber smithing stone over here, but we don't need somber smithing stones for our today's build. So it's just a little optional 5-second trip. Now, there should be a golden seed somewhere over here, near the marker. Ah, no. My mistake, sorry. It's just easy graveyard that we can take bunch of golden runes. Now let's go for a marker and get the teleport location. Yeah, I mean like Site of Grace, but let's call it teleport locations. Remove this checkpoint and we will be crossing the bridge over here. It will open the new area of the map. And again, main idea of this video is to follow along. So it will be kinda speeded up footage, but a little bit slow at the same time, so you can just follow along. Uncut road. This bridge is kinda important. You need to be pretty careful, but make sure to go left and pick up this smithing stone number 1. And also there's stone sword key over here, so that's nice items. Then there's like a bunch of useless guys lying around. You don't need to care about them. Here is guys feeding, but we care not about them. We need to get a bunch of items over here. Golden rune from this guy and smithing stone number 2 from this guy. That's it. Running forward, ignoring everyone. There's Ash of War. If I remember correctly, it's for a bow. Yeah, mighty shot, but that doesn't matter. We don't need this mighty shot. What we need exactly is actually this Site of Grace, so we can basically save over here. So from this Site of Grace, we're moving towards bridge in the wall, and to the right side, we're jumping like upwards. And there should be a golden seed over here, somewhere on top. No. I see it. So, from Golden Seed, actually we can go backwards instantly. But here is an optional road. If you like to have variety in your builds, you just need to go towards the castle and be extra careful to not get hit by this bowman. For some reason he is AFK today. In castle we touch the site of grace and hop onto elevator. And take smithing stone number 2 from this place, and actually we can even jump down. We don't need to be in a castle. Then exit castle and go to the right side towards the sea. There's a bunch of red medusas over here, and they actually protecting somber smithing stone. Again, somber smithing stones used for magical super cool weapons. And I just took number 2. And if you wish to use some cool fun weapons, then you will be able to do it. Now we're basically going back towards golden seed that we took earlier. On path back, that's the golden seed. We can actually, like, oh my goodness, why you start shooting right now? We can go forward towards the road and unlock map over here. Maps is really important if you want to know where you're going. So map is done. Now let's start from this side of grace. That's a map of Weeping Peninsula, and where I will go. I will go over here, it's like church ruins. Then somewhere over here will be jump towards the next part, and another church over here, and another church over here. So there will be basically churches over here. Let's go. Church number 1, there will be a bunch of reds. The main red is actually protecting sacred tear. That's what I want to steal from them, and then run away towards checkpoint number 2. Yeah, here is the pillar. Near pillar we are safe to jump down. Not exactly. I guess I need to jump on the pillar itself and then make double long jump like that. Yeah, that's how you do it. So we land over here pretty safely and then go towards the next part. You can actually cross the bridge normally, but come on, I'm Spot. I don't like to do normal things. Now basically we're rushing towards the church in the front of us. Yeah, and having fun. So that's the next church. Go inside and get in another sacred tear. Of course, we can like touch site of grace in case we want to get back to this location later. But it takes just some time. So if you're not planning to explore all Elden Ring, you don't actually need these locations and this exact location for my build today. Where is my horse? Come on. And let's go. So the next part will be on another part of this big island. We see this church from here, but let's just speed up this part. A church. These guys are guarding church, but they're doing pretty bad job since the path is basically opened. And let's actually touch the statue, get sacred tear, and then touch site of grace. We're done with the Weeping Peninsula, and we're going back to this Agil Lake South site of grace. And we will explore this part of the map next. There will be a bunch of runes over here, then there should be a golden seed over here on the end of the road. Ruins that we need to visit over here. Near ruins there will be a big tree, we can't miss it, and of course we want to unlock a map. After map unlocked, we will just go in this location. So I really recommend trying to copy these check marks if you following along, or just follow along really closely. Because this part will be with loads of enemies, and if you don't know, in Elden Ring you can't open map, you can teleport basically when you're in combat. That's why you basically need to find where you are when you're just looking left or right. You need to see surroundings and decide where you want to go. So here we're basically in the place number 1. We need to take a safe route down. There will be a bunch of stones, and we're done. Again, there's a graveyard, it's just on our way. Don't waste so much time over here, just run around, get a little bit of golden runes, and the larger number, the more runes we will get. It's not like most profitable place, but still some runes is better than none. Place number 2, it will be this fort on top, basically, of the hill. If you want to come back here later, and you probably will, just touch side of grace near the fort. And now get ready, we're going for a really cool part. So it will be action-packed with loads of combat against us, we're not fighting yet. So first of all, golden seed. Let me find it. Yeah. Guys, you did a bad job at protecting the seed. Just took it from you. And that's the big tree I was talking about. Yeah, you just can't miss it. I can actually start from the tree. It's fine. Like, doesn't matter too much. We're going towards roots. There should be like a jumping pass over here. Yeah. There will be a teardrop bro. But we don't need him. I just like to destroy them from time to time. Ground slam is fun skill to have. Another teardrop bro, but he drops us some health pots. And we want this ball, or whatever it is. Basically there will be a spiked cracked tear and green spill crystal tear. So yeah, we are near the tree. Now we're making 180 and going towards ruins. Yeah, that's the ruins. So in the ruins there will be a big bear, and it's easy to find him. We need to sneak past him. We can do it sneakily, we can actually be crazy and jump from the horse. He will wake up anyway, he is really scary and powerful. But we need to go down. And this is the first item on our road for our initial build setup. So it will be a talisman, Axe Talisman of course. Axe Talisman will enhance charge attacks, which will increase our damage of course with charged attacks. And let's hop on horse and get out. So now we are in the combat, and that's why we need this like markers on our way. First of all, let's go and unlock map. It should be near this bear. Yeah, here's the map, this little like tombstone. And we get a map. And now we're going like forward outside of this forest. When you're out of the forest, there will be no fog. Basically, that's the map. There's actually one more location where we want to go next, and it's over here. Then graveyard, and then tier in the church over here. Then we can visit this graveyard. It's optional. So first step, this part is basically pretty optional again, depending on how you approach Elden Ring and how you want to play. You will find NPC on this like big structure or whatever it is. His name is Kenny, he got pretty cool questline for you, and you can follow it, or you can try to fight him. He's not like extremely easy opponent, but not hard either. If you're doing few charge attacks, followed by some nice fast attacks, you can easily destroy him before he even heals. And done. Yeah. Do it at your own risk, because you're dropping this questline forever. But he drops another golden seed. So one more flask charge, basically. There's enough golden seeds in the game, like without him, but I just like to destroy him since I don't want to finish his quest line anyway. This is another graveyard on our way, and there will be a bunch of really cool runes, and also this dude. And this dude is important. He drops cookbook. Cookbook will unlock and give us recipes for basically crafting, alchemy, nice runes. So this is a pretty important place to go in when you're running around. And then we need to drop down. So to drop down, to go towards the church. And that's where we will go, basically. Just need to be careful. And we are fine. So, inside church, of course, it's site of grace. There's a bowl, as always, with crystal tear and wondrous physique. And also there will be a sacred tear. So, as I told you, we can exit church and there will be a way upwards. These cliffs, basically. Actually, no. These cliffs. Yeah. We're going over here. We don't need this scarab. I'm just having a little bit of fun to get Sacred Blade, and we're jumping on the jumping spot. So that's the map location, in case you're missing where we are right now. Now over here there will be another jumping spot, protected by wolves, and we need to jump left, like west over here. So by going west, basically we will stay on top of the place we need to go next. Be careful not to die when you're jumping downwards from this place. So let's do it carefully. And this is again optional graveyard with a bunch of runes. So a little bit of runes here. Number 5, which is good. And we can back like that basically. So here is the church, and we are in the water basically. At the end of this part of the water, in this corner, there's a secret location. This teleport, we need to use it. Yeah, travel to another location. And we are in Grail's Dragon Burrow. Yeah, another big part of the map. Pretty crazy, yeah? So let's open the door, unlock teleport location. This guy got some quests for us. But again, quests in Elden Ring a little bit weird. So touching Site of Grace, and let's get backwards. We're touching Site of Grace just to be safe, so we are sure that if we die we will get back to where we begin. Now we will run forward towards this golden seed, and then towards another Site of Grace near the bridge. Don't fear this dragon, he is just crying and you can run forward without any circumstances. And we are in a really like late game area of the map, so be careful over here. It's not just chill walk. If you got hit you will be instantly dead, but who cares. So from this place we can actually, after crossing the bridge, turn left. Since there will be a graveyard. Yeah, this is the graveyard. And there will be a bunch of golden runes. It's a late game location. Golden runes here are a lot more powerful. Golden rune 8, golden rune 6, which is really cool. Also, there's a tower, and here should be a jumping spot. So we're jumping down really careful, and we're not hurt by anything. We can even unlock the tower and get all the secrets by jumping upwards, but we don't care. We need this spot for later on if you mess up the next steps. So, watch and listen carefully. But from this spot, let's jump back. And we're going forward. Towards big yellow golden tree. You will see a little fort on the left side of it, and that's where we're going right now. So after jumping behind the tree, I got over here near the fort. And that's the place where I want to touch Site of Grace. Let's do it. And we're golden. Perfect. Right now we still don't have a map of this location, so in case you want a map, you can go over here. We don't need actually a map of this location right now, since we still need to explore this part at the bottom. It's basically a Caelid. I still did it, so you can kinda understand where we're going next. And basically we're going towards this wiggly road over here, like somewhere over here. But first of all, I went to this church and took Sacred Tear. So from this church, we just exit to the left side, because there will be a bunch of guards on the right side. And going down, here is a little bit of tricky part of our boss. We need to turn around, and we actually need to go upwards a little bit. Yeah. So this big skull is your like mark to follow along, but be careful, there will be a bunch of balls, they will charge at you and you need to avoid them. So if you hear a ball, just go left or right. That's basically how you avoid balls. And yeah, if they die, they will give runes sometime. But basically when we are here, there's two options. Option A, of course, is to touch Site of Grace. I'm trying to make this road as beginner friendly as possible, so if you're not sure how to control your character yet, make sure to touch Sites of Grace constantly. If you're fine, then you can just risk a little bit, and here will be a little bit tricky jump, so we need to use like branches down here to jump. And if we're not touching this branch, we will actually crash and die. But if we're touching branch, we are fine and we're getting golden seed. We can continue forward or teleport back to church. And this time it will be a lot easier. We will just follow road and that's it. So we don't need to like invent any other cool stuff. Yeah, by following road you will encounter this big like white pile of something. I don't know what is it, but that's a place where we can safely descend, because there will be a really big way down. I mean long way down. But that's a safe place how we can go down basically over here. And we are on the main road. Yeah, that's the castle. We're on the main road. Be careful. There's giant with throwing pots. And again, I will speed up like a lot, because we're basically following a road. Here is a map. Map of Caelid. Map of Caelid means we came towards next little part of our location. It was somewhere over here in triangle cross of the roads. Yeah, here it is. The little golden seed. From golden seed we making 180-degree turn and going backwards. So we're going backwards towards like this part of the map. Optionally you can go over here and find Poisonous Mist. It will be like Scarab, Teardrop, or we can follow road again. It's up to you, it doesn't matter. So here on the Rotten Beach we need to find one special guy. A really special bro. He should sit and do nothing basically. Where is he? Oh yeah, here he is. With a bunch of friends. So, smithing stone number 4, some weird stuff, and rune arc. Basically nice resource, we're here for smithing stone number 4. Then I'm basically turning back and getting back on the road. Here we are, a road. Yeah, and we follow road all the way, touching sides of grades if possible. That's the last site of grace I touched, and here we are. Basically, we need to go into two places from this point, and it will be this left fort over here, and main and most important place will be just above this oil pump. So this oil pump or something like this, we need to go like somewhere over here probably. Let's go. Okay, we're in the place. Right after the ruins, I just crossed and ignored. This is secret caravan. And we need to make a really nice jump over here, open it, and then quickly press the button. Here we are, the Greatsword. Yeah, if you do it correctly, you will do it like me. Step number 1, you open the chest. Step number 2, you get Greatsword. You die, you lose your runes. It doesn't matter, we don't have any runes anyway. If you fail, just revive at the stake of Marika and try again. I will go to last site of Grace with, and that was the second item in our build. A Greatsword, of course. From this site of Grace near oil pump, we will go towards a castle. And at the castle, there's a bunch of ways how we can go inside to a place where we need to be, but basically we need to come to main gate. There's a sneaky way, there's forward way, it's time taking. Right now it doesn't matter, we will just go in and out quickly. So that's the main entrance, and that's where we want to go. We want to actually go on the stairs, and then turn left over here. And be really careful, walk on the branches, then walk around and double jump. That's where we take Flame Grant Me Strength. Yeah, that's it. Literally. Now, the next part will be a little bit more complicated for some of you, and you can make next part in two different options. Option number 1 is to actually level up right now, and then go to Stormhill Shack for the next part of the road. Option number 2, of course, is to go to Stormhill Shack instantly. From Stormhill Shack, we will go towards a bridge, but the bridge is obviously broken. Yes. Everything in Elden Ring, especially my build. Here we will find a cookbook, but you actually can safely descend over here and just don't get lost. First time I was here, I was lost. I turned around and went back, but in reality you just follow along and go forward this like pass near the mountains. And here we are, Lurnia of the Lakes. Yeah, normally you're in this part after beating Stormwheel Castle all along, but yeah, that's shortcut how you can get over here pretty easily and pretty fast. So, it's pretty weird location, and I like to pinpoint map location first. So again, if you're not familiar with this location, it's better to unlock map first and follow along the markers. But first of all, we will visit church and get ourselves another sacred tier. Then getting out and following a road until we arrive to the lake. I really recommend touching the site of grace because things will escalate quickly from this point. And we need to be safe. Okay, we're fine. So step number 1 is actually unlocking map. Nothing else matters. That's the map. Not an easy task sometime, and let's get back. Again, don't need to, but it will be easier. So touching Site of Grace, resetting aggro, and here we are. First part will be over here, but there's actually point of interest over here too. So we will make the strip like this. Again, it's a little bit optional, it's a little bit overkill, but it will take us extra minute to get to marker number 1. What you need to be cautious of these crabs, or who it is, like lobsters, giant lobsters. They're crazy, they shoot like machine guns, some like bullets, and they are really like powerful. So be aware of them. Basically, Lurneo Lakes is a beautiful place, and there will be a lot of little churches like this. That's the points of interest, so we're looking for. In these churches, there will be like loads of useful stuff. This one is a little bit oversaturated and I would say dangerous. I probably will be poisoned, but I will get my smithing stone number 2 and run away. It's actually 3 smithing stones number 2, that's why I decided to go here. Again, we will have enough smithing stones even without visiting this place, but it will give you extra smithing stones if you wish to try different weapons a little bit, you know, have some fun in the game. But we're going back towards marker number 2. And that's the place. Just jump from the horse as fast as possible and use the stuff and travel. It teleports us to another location in Lurneo Lake, and we will touch Site of Grace. As you can see, it's pretty big location again. To make it easier for beginners, I will unlock map first. Now, the pass. From the gates we will go downwards, and you will understand the road on the screen basically. Now, points of interest. First one will be somewhere over here. Then we're going to this location. Then somewhere in the forest. And this little church, or whatever it is. And then this one. Game limiting us only to 5 markers. So after this exact location, we actually will just continue moving forward towards another part. Now the pass. So the first part is pretty like important and need to be done clearly because it's protected castle and we teleported from the back over here, so no one even noticing that there's a traitor inside. We're taking smithing stone number 3 over here, jumping over this dude, and now going through these guys, turning right, and then jumping down. It's pretty safe, and you need to instantly pick up some smithing stones from this crab. Yeah, we're stealing from the crab and going south. Now we're turning left and going forward. So that's the road basically. Don't miss golden seed over here. So let me take it. It's possible to open the map, so we're over here right now, and that's basically was the path in front of the castle. Now we're going forward towards markers. That's the marker number 1, and this is like teardrop scarab. We need to defeat him to unlock somber smithing stone number 2, in case you will need it. Again, it's kinda optional stones for the build. But if you're making real guts, you may want some magical weapon later on. Now, the next part. They're already trying to poison everyone, but don't be too worried about. We're taking smithing stones and running towards next checkpoint. And we're in the forest right now, so in the forest this poison lily is actually what we're looking for. See, she protected smithing stone number 3. And then going forward again towards next checkpoint. And next little temple. Let's actually jump and get smithing stone number 3 again. And we got basically enough smithing stones to upgrade our weapon already pretty high. As I told you, these guys are really crazy. So I will teleport back to Academic Gate Town, that's where we got a map. And that's the last checkpoint I haven't visited yet. We will start from here, going towards this place. And then running towards castle, going around to this place. And in the forest. Okay, we're in a place. They are sleeping, taking smithing stone and running forward. I hate these lobsters. And the next one. You don't need to jump off the horse. It's just a little bit hard to control it over here. So next part is turning towards Big Castle of Liurnia. Yeah. Basically moving from this location to top right. There will be another mini church on our way. That's the church. Smithing stones number 2, 3 of them actually. Next part will be over here in these rocks. And we don't need this place, visit this place for the build exactly, but here's a bunch of secret stuff right behind the dragon. There will be dragon grease, stuff, and academy key. So academy key is a really important part of your quest in Elden Ring. It will unlock the castle. But now we're going forward to the forest basically. There will be a site of grace in the forest, so we can like reset over here if needed. And we're going basically forest, then middle of the lake, somewhere over here, then under the bridge, and we can go like upwards. To complete our journey. In forest there will be crazy guys on horses and smithing stone number 3. That's the last stones we need to upgrade our weapon. Then we're going forward, as I told you, towards the big bridge. And there will be a little church, or how you call it, temple. Temple of lobsters basically. Smithing stone number 2. Bunch of them. And under the bridge. Under the bridge. We're looking over here. The guy sitting on the chair, chilling, somber smithing stone number 3. That's the exact location. Now, in case you're looking for somber smithing stones, that's the place to get somber smithing stone number 4. You can easily reach this place just by going north from the last location visited. And that's the stone. But let's get back to leveling. To level up, I will go back to Caelid to Fort Ferret. Now the parts that you can mess up. Actually, this part is hard to mess up. We don't care what we're doing right now. But basically we're going inside fort and we instantly are running to the left side. You want to be quick and fast and furious. Just go forward, up the stairs and up the ladder. Open this chest instantly. It will contain Dectus Medallion right. Basically the part we need later in the game to access elevator of Dectus right over here. But don't worry of it right now. So after opening chest, there's a chest, we're going over here. Jumping down, it's pretty safe, and going to the left side of this fence. To the left side, because there will be a bunch of guards summoning over here, and we need to roll inside, then quickly right, and then jump over here. Yeah, basically if you know where to go, it's super easy pass, then double roll to not get caught by this red, and down, and here we are, the Radagon Sorceal. And now we forfeit to red, basically. It's a safe and fast way to do it. He's a pretty powerful guy. Now we get everything to level up. First of all, right in the beginning of the run, we took this flail. And that the flail is the key for our success. This weapon causes blood loss buildup, which will damage enemies for 10% of their health. To successfully wield it and deal damage, you need high dexterity. And that's where we need Radagon Sorceal. It will raise all attributes by 5. However, it's still not enough dexterity to wield this weapon. But again, it's not a problem, because we not only got loads of smithing stones on our way, but also we got a bunch of golden runes. So now I will use it and use all of them. And if you follow it along, you already will have 22k runes or something like this. This gives me ability to level up, and I will level up 5 points into dexterity, because I will need 19 or 18 dexterity to wield the flail, but also later in the build we will need 14 dexterity. All of other stats right now does not matter. So listen closely, because you can mess this step up. But I will explain as accessible as possible. Look, right behind us, near Fort Ferret, there's a big dragon. Actually, that's a big tail of the dragon. And we're going forward, there will be 2 piles of mushrooms, and the mushrooms we're looking for, not the red ones, but this, like this pile of mushrooms or whatever it is. By standing over here and using skill of our weapon, we can spin it and deal some damage to the dragon. Damage is not like big one, as you can see, his health barely dropping. I really recommend at this point standing like this, and as you can see, we just did insane amount of damage. You may ask me how, and that's because of blood loss. Yeah, dragon got insane amount of health, but with the blood loss we're dealing 10% of damage instantly. So we just stand here, replenish our stamina, and then start spinning again. That's basically the drill. Every now and then he will take this like 13k damage, and that's it. But that's where we need to be cautious, and we need to make all the steps right. It takes roughly like 2 minutes to kill him, and in the beginning it's one of the fastest way to farm runes. Coolest part, basically you can do it as any class. Yeah, Radagon Sorceal, a little bit into dexterity, and you are golden. When you lose all your magic, you will deal 1 damage with basic attacks, but again it's not a problem, since every now and then 10% will hit. Now the drill. You want to estimate when he actually will be down by dealing this 10% of damage. So when you think the last swing will be last, you need to hop on your horse first, then I really recommend to look left. So basically allocate ourselves like this carefully, and then start hitting dragon normally, and just deal some damage. Important tips right now, not to lose all your stamina, because we will need to run later on. Try to do like 3 hits in a row, and then replenish stamina, maybe like 4 hits maximum. And yeah, the next one will be the last one. What we want to do next? I want to instantly charge on my horse, use rush, basically speed up, and go towards the castle and site of grace. Looking forward, basically aligning ourselves with Dragon Tail really helps, because he will make a move when he dies, and that's the sign we need to run instantly. Now I even don't look at the health, I'm looking only on Dragon Tail. Look over here. Yes, that's the move, and now we're rushing, we're spamming button, and now we need to drop down instantly and touch the site of grace. So to do it, basically you're pressing left stick, and he instantly drops down from the horse. It's crouch button. Yeah, you want to do it while you're rushing, so you do it really fast, jump to the site of grace and instantly spam button to interact with site of grace. As you can see, I got 67k runes right now. And the dragon is dead, alright? Yeah, dragon is still alive. So that's the drill. If you manage to actually kill the dragon fast enough, I mean kill the dragon no matter how fast, and then get to the site of grace and interact with it fast enough, he will respawn. It's the latest patch, yeah, it works. Nothing changed, and if he's not alive, you messed something up. Try to listen more closely. So by doing this trick for a little bit, you can get bunch of runes enough to upgrade. So another trick, when you get bored of this and you don't need any extra runes, actually runes got diminishing returns, so at some point this 50k runes is not enough. You can do it one last time, if you wish to again, just by spinning your flail again against him, but you getting your golden pickled full food that we got in the beginning of the game. It was an optional stuff right from the start of this video. Now before last hit we eat a golden full food. Don't eat it too early or it will not give any additional runes, but overall it increases rune acquisition. So I'm not stressing right now because I will get bunch of extra runes and it's pretty good amount. To be more precise, I got 64k runes, but also it's amplified by golden food, so we got almost 100k runes. Now, again, it completely depends on how much time you want to waste over here. You don't need to waste more than one try actually, so, or at least 2 tries to get 150k runes. It's enough to hit Vigor to 30 for 1k health, which is a really healthy and nice amount. It's enough to get like 30 strength at the same time, and you will be completely golden to go and conquer the land right now. If you want to spend a little bit more time over here, you can actually get as much runes as I get right now, basically 500,000 runes, and you can get a lot more strength, a lot more endurance, and a lot more vigor. We can add flask charges via golden seeds, and via sacred tears we will increase amount replenished. So we got 9 flasks, they replenish bunch of health. We can mix wondrous physique with enhanced charge attack and boost stamina recovery. Okay, now for early build, how I really approach. At level 50 I like to have 20 vigor, 20 endurance, and 40 strength for more damage. But this took me 250k runes. Now most importantly we can use Greatsword, and it requires 31 strength, 12 dexterity. That's it. Now we are real gods. Switch talisman to Axe talisman of course, and while we can continue our leveling with more vigor to increase our health, I actually like using a little bit more face at this point of the game and have 15 face. Then I'm going to round table hold. And this is the trader, Twin Maiden Husk. I will purchase Finger Seal from them, and also Dagger. It's just super low weight item. At Site of Grace I will memorize spell. It will be Flame Grant Me Strength that we picked up earlier, and it will raise physical attack power. Also in Round Table Hold, at the Blacksmith we can actually strengthen Ornament. Yeah, and we will strengthen this Greatsword. Don't forget we got bunch of smithing stones. So it will require a bunch of smithing stones number 1 to upgrade it to level 3. Now we need smithing stones number 2 to upgrade it further. Greatsword plus 10. And we are almost ready to do it. Just need to pick up a bunch of useful stuff from different places. First one I will go to Kellet, right over here, somewhere over here near the bridge. So the closest Site of Grace. And there will be a battlefield over here with dogs fighting versus guards. Where we want to go is this little rock. Be careful not to get caught in a battle. So that's a rock we're looking for. And here will be a little scarab. Here you are, my friend. Stop running. Okay. Please, stop it, scarab. Just be destroyed already. Oh my goodness, he's so weird. But we got Ashework Crackblade. There's actually a saving location near this tower, so if you wish to, you can go over here. to reset the battle, so you will be able to teleport back. And next location we're looking for is Stormhill Shack. So I will go over here on top of the hill and also somewhere over here. This place, top of the hill, is little bowl. And we're taking strength, not crystal tier here. Then we need to descend carefully, and we should be fine. Now forward, and this hill, there will be a single knight on the horse. That's the knight we're looking for, and basically we need to drop him down from the horse. And he's out. As you can see, we are like a little bit powerful right now. That's the power of plus 10 sword right from the get-go. And golden vow. Now, if you farm a little bit less, if you don't die, basically it takes roughly like 45 minutes to get to this point. And if you want to mix Wondrous Physique with stamina is great, but we took strength, it scales out damage, so we definitely want strength. And Spiked Cracketeer, it will enhance charged attack, and we want to apply Ash of War Crack Blade to Greatsword with heavy affinity. We want to apply Golden Vow to Dagger, doesn't matter which affinity. Now, we're actually so ready, but there's one little optional step. It's somewhere over here. Basically follow road. And you will find Site of Grace and little shack over here. So why it's optional, there's a pretty reasonable reason to this place and this part being optional. Here's an NPC, he's trader Bernal, and he got a really big and cool quest line. But also, as you can see, he got pretty cool armor. And this armor is one of the best armors in the game for some reason. So, I will equip Finger Seal and use Flame Grant Me Strength, just like that. Then I will switch to Dagger and use Golden Vow. Then I will switch to Blade, use it in two hands and use Crack Blade. And make sure I got enough Magicka so I can use Crack Blade and get it with this effect. Now I'm insanely powerful and I will drink Wondrous Physique to increase my charge attacks. And we'll do one charge attack at this bro. That's basically it. Well, yeah, that's the build. Okay, we got best armor set in the game. Some legendary weapon in case you want to have some fun. The main problem for us is to keep medium load. But overall, as you can see, my boots normally have like around 3 damage negotiation. This one will have 10 damage negotiation on foot. And also it got insanely high poise. You want to aim for 50 poise, but with full set we will have 72 poise, which is more than enough and you don't need full set. Okay, let's see our charge attack against this guy. Oh my goodness, need to land. Need to land the charge attack. Oh, 2 attacks for critical strike. Oh my goodness, that's so crazy. Oh my god. Oh, what a poor Margit. Yeah, that's insanely cool. But can this build work in the late game? Just take a look at this Malinia. I basically drumming and destroying her with 3 attacks. That's just insanely crazy. And yes, that's basically one of the last bosses in the game. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Oh, that's so satisfying. How I did it? Just watch video on the screen right now.